My Mother at 66 by Kamla Das. About the poet. The poet Kamla Das was born in Kerala and is one of India's first poets. Her subject matter is basically related to her personality, beautiful, sensitive, bold, and tormented. External factors do not reflect in her writings. Her writings bring out her true inner feelings. Her favorite poem is Composition. In the poem, My Mother at 66, she talks about her mother. This poem is based on mother-daughter relation and the poet shares her feelings for her mother. Let's now look at the theme and introduction to the poem. Theme of the poem. Aging is an important phase of human life. A person enters childhood, experiences youth, when there is full energy and dreams to have luxury of life. Finally approaches old age and encounters death. Relationship becomes stronger and separation due to aging becomes unbearable. Introduction to the poem. In this poem, the poet relates a personal experience. She brings out a common paradox of human relationships and portrays a sensational separation of a mother and a daughter. She has been able to capture almost all the emotions which a daughter is filled with on bidding farewell to her beloved mother. Let's now look at about the poem. This is a touching poem where she describes her feelings of love and attachment toward her aging mother. Once the poet went to visit her mother. She was on her way back to the airport to return to Cochin. She looked at her mother who was seated beside her in the car. Her mother had dozed off to sleep and her aging face was smoky in color like ash. Her mouth was open and she resembled a dead body. The poet realized that her mother was old. She felt pain and sympathy for her. Her mother needed love, affection, and care. In order to come out of the gloom, the poet shifted her glance and looked out of the car's window. There she saw young trees pass by and little children were running out of their houses into the playgrounds. These things were contrary to the aging face of her mother. They symbolized energy, life, and happiness. As they reached the airport and the poet was about to leave for the airplane, she glanced at her mother once again. Her mother appeared weak and pale, just like the moon in the winter season, which seems to have lost all its strength. The poet felt the pain and fear of losing her mother. She was reminded of her childhood when she used to fear losing her mother. As a child, she could not bear to be separated from her mother even for a few moments. Now the loss would be permanent as her mother was about to die and she would lose her forever. The poet did not express her feelings. She smiled and said, "See you soon, Amma," because she wanted that her mother should live and they could meet again. Let's now look at the poem. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me, dozed, open-mouthed, her face ashen like that of a corpse, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked. But soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. But after the airport's security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her wan, pale as a late winter's moon, and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. But all I said was, "See you soon, Amma." All I did was smile and smile and smile. Let's now explain the poem in detail. Firstly, when the poet is on her way to the Cochin airport with her old mother sitting beside her, she looks at her closely and presents before us her image. She compares her with a corpse. As she looks at her mother's pale and pallid face, she is struck with the horror and pain of losing her. The mother with the dozing face and open mouth is compared to a corpse. Here, the poet shows the typical love and affection which is present in a mother-daughter relation. The poet is pained and shifts her attention outside the car in order to drive out the negative feelings. She changes her sad mood. The scene outside the window is of growing life and energy. The rapidly sprinting trees alongside the merrily playing children symbolize life, youth, and vitality. The poet here is reminded of her own childhood when her mother had been young, whereas now she is encircled with the fear of losing her, and that has made her insecure. She is at the airport to take a flight. It indicates departure and separation, which creates melancholy. As she bids goodbye to her mother, the image of the old, wan, worn out mother in the twilight of years strikes her again. Here again a simile is used to compare her mother with a late winter's moon whose light is obstacled by fog and mist. As she looks old now, her personality is affected by it. The poet is feeling the pain of separation, leaving her mother and going. Also, her childhood fear of losing her mother, which she feels that earlier was temporary but now could be forever as she could die of old age, is haunting her. She is so pained that it is natural for her to cry, but keeping a brave front, she hides her tears and smiles. She bids farewell to her mother and, keeping her hope of seeing her again alive, says, "See you soon, Amma." She hides her sorrow as she does not want to create a painful environment for her mother, and conveys her that as she is enjoying her life, similarly, her mother should also be happy and enjoy her life. Let's now have a look at the literary devices used in the poem. Simile. In a simile, a comparison between two different things is indicated by the word like or as. For example, her face ashen like that of a corpse. Her mother's face was pale and greyish. She seemed to have lost all vitality. Such paleness, that is greyish color of the skin, is usually associated with a sick or a dead body. Wan, pale, as a late winter's moon. Pale and wan reinforce the idea of paleness and lifelessness. Winter symbolizes death. Thus, the mother's face is indicative of her poor health and forthcoming death. Metaphor. In a metaphor, a direct comparison between two different things is observed. For example, the married children spilling out of their home. Repetition. Poets often repeat single words or phrases, lines, and sometimes even whole stanzas at intervals to create musical effect, to emphasize a point, to draw readers' attention, or to lend unity to a piece. For example, smile and smile and smile. The repetition of the word smile indicates the rather long and artificial smile the poet had to put on to cheer up her mother and to hide her own worry, anxiety, and guilt. Let's now look at the rhyming scheme of the poem. The poem does not have a regular rhyme scheme, it is written in a free verse. Let's now have a look at the glossary of the poem. Doze means a short or light sleep. Ashen means very pale or like ash. Corpse means a dead body. Sprinting here means shooting out of the ground. Spilling here means to move out in great numbers. Wan means unnaturally pale as from physical or emotional distress. And ache means pain.